to actually aim for success in a way where responding to human life, human conversation, human words of exchange with the reciprocation or the wait for, expectancy of, or deservance of for educational expansion. The response, words given back to show that a person understood what was said, with either taking into consideration the emotion of the subject spoken about, the person speaking, and the person hearing. Different results or outcomes have to either be expected or have become the grown into used to response, meaning being communicatively me is to become. Taking into consideration how can words determine the self-esteem of another person after starting with the self-esteem enhanced, protected, raised, and aware. So a person could speak on a topic with a congratulatory tone, and the topic is of a sensitive, past tense, painful, yet presently conquered, futuristically meaning congratulations. So it's not missing the overall point. And instead of in the communicative, energetic pattern of flow, meaning if you see 3 arrows with direction points on them, where is the energy beginning? Where is it going? And where is the arrival? And at what rate of time? So knowing that the only person hurt is the past person that succeeded from staying hurt. And it's the person created of the healed nature that is hearing. So the person hearing the statement is the individual that is congratulated by God, given to thyself. The person left to analyze within is the person that needs the understanding. The understanding is created through proper respect of the intention of what is said, what is heard, given the amount of knowing that at that moment, the answer might not be there. So do not tear down the answers accumulated thus far, because there is no need to take several emotional conquered steps backward and then travel with the ineffective communication of downgraded energy, verbal, conversational representation of confused emotions without attacking the intellect, because there's no such thing as perfection. If it was, I would have just stopped and said, I need to edit. And that could lead to embarrassment, but legally, ethically, and morally and spiritually, nobody is verbally, language arts wise perfect. Now, the point of that is the category is language arts. Now, when it comes to self-respect, protection, crime, all that, that is a different frequency. So the frequency of seriousness is not that of a different structural setting. There's a difference between an actual educational and without educational. There's a difference between being in a church pew and being in a jail cell. And that's just that on that. Spiritual warfare versus physical crime. The opportunity to exonerate the soul without legally tying it to legal terms is to unimprison the mind without thinking of prison, a missed moment of light that continued on so far that the moment that light is misinterpreted, the opportunity to correct what is shined upon is missed. Freeing fear, no doubt, shall create the mirrors that seem to not show appreciation back. When standing in the mirror, seen and unseen, the respect of the righteous queen. King is the creator of better words to greater dreaming for better memories. The soul is not lost, just the identity is tired. There is a need to walk until the soul seems tired. There is a need to find true passionable purpose. The need to teach because there is truth on the surface. Lies live without regard when the truth creates cries of tears that fall caught off guard. Secrets are more than the lottery because the need to create where there are no hits. For the greatest victory is knowing the freedom from suspense is healthier from the heart sheltered in self-owned defense. Create the brilliant smile, past, present, and futuristic. To not understand or to try to understand is to miss time while wasting your own time. In some type of timing, find kindness without being the kind of person that did not find kindness. Growing up, I had to understand that instead of calling my mom a single parent, my mom was the only parent and allowed me to have a healthy two-parent household from her doing. The father role would have been to go and provide for the family. My mom provided for me as the person that is meant by God to protect my family unit growing up. And as my mother, to nurture, to feed, to take care of. So in between time management and being both parents, my mom was both parents. Where did that leave God? That put God in the placement of being present through her trusting individuals. When a person gives you their trust, do not abuse their trust. Had they admitted that they were not going to be of integrity, my mom would have never left me with them. And having that knowledgeable know about, then even before turning 13 at my age, I would watch different spirits. And those spirits would actually agree to knowing that the actual question being asked is to obey. The actual presentation of demonicism, things that happened to me in regard to me with individuals that were not reliable step parents were a step away from righteousness by their choice. So to actually blame abuse on my mom would have been choosing demonicism, because she did not know that deciding to make my best efforts to love in spite of being hateful is my choice of reaction. I refuse to grow into a child of my own becoming as me at 13, being me. I didn't want to be that child that retaliated or seemed unfair or conquered by the evil. I couldn't understand at the time other people, but I knew who I am, and that is a light, a child of God. Faced with thinking of, why was I here? Why did I exist? Why me? Oh my God. If I had to go through this and I have the best mom, but this happens, how safe is the world? I knew what being scared was. So healing through knowing that the standard of living pushed me into knowing to honor God. Not the only taught version of God, because sometimes the teachers of God are not the correct teachers. You can be in the wrong class to learn a good subject and just have not been taught it the right way. But through all you get understanding. And my only disagreement is, if you have to create your own understanding, do not go about it alone, because then that only leaves you going off your own understanding. In what greater comparison for the improvement of does a person continue from? I noticed demonic children that turned to demonicism out of hatred. When met with demonicism, you don't worship demonicism. Notice that demonicism doesn't have to get visualized. Celebrate overcoming demonicism. That's what suicide is. Overcome demonicism. And don't expect it to return to you. A demon don't like to lose. So lose that demon. And once a person realizes the only way to create a sore loser, permanent victory of becoming a sore loser forever, is by becoming the best you that sore loser would have prevented you of becoming, of being, of growing into, of existing, of begathering. When life gets so difficult that the word coming does not seem to be seen as something moving towards you of healthy direction, and it gets so diversified with pain that it turns into a broken down visualization, and you see your happiness further away from you because of the surrounding of having to say it in a more mature way, because there are various age groups listening, but the information can get learned at any time, because only in divine timing shall it make sense. SENSE. Shall a person be able to understand the smell and see the sight of triumph? Make it where every step that it's repeated is healthy. But when the sum total of the definition is understood, it doesn't define demonicism. It defies gravity and keeps you unbound and keeps you from being held down. It defines only greatness. Greatness. Greatness cannot be silenced.
Greatness does not have to seem shouty.